Hello, this is the animated disembodied head of your not-so-humble host of all things Pop Culture Kaboom, Jimmy Jones. Welcome to Pop Culture Kaboom's YouTube channel, and thank you for checking out this video. If you like what you watch, please give the video a big thumbs up, and if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you can be informed when new videos are posted. Also, if you like the content here, I encourage you to check out Pop Culture Kaboom on Facebook and on Instagram at Pop Culture Kaboom Insta. If you want to check out our radio show, it's Pop Culture Kaboom's radio show, live every Sunday night, 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time in Northern Nevada on KNVC 95.1 FM, or you can listen from anywhere in the world on any internet-connected device at KNVC 95.1 FM's website, www.knvc.org, then click the Listen Live button. You can also get everything you want, everything you need from Pop Culture Kaboom's podcast, produced by 97 and Now Productions on your favorite podcast provider. Now sit back, enjoy, and thank you for checking out Pop Culture Kaboom's YouTube channel.
It's Pop Culture Kaboom's radio show!
Yes, it is, and I am your not-so-humble host, Jimmy Jones. He is co-host extraordinaire, Rob Nault. Hello, everyone listening around the world and everyone watching the first hour of tonight's show on Facebook.
Sorry, just trying to get organized.
No worries.
They're going to see my hand go like, so I'll cover the whole camera.
As long as they don't hear.
Yeah.
That ought to sound really good.
Right?
Well, those on the radio show didn't get to hear that. Here, let me give you an example of what I did.
Yeah.
I was messing with the microphone for the Facebook. It has its own separate microphone, so like right now I got microphone here, microphone over there, headphones on.
Right.
So I can hear myself talk.
Yes.
Okay.
It's mostly just to make sure we're not like too loud or too soft or
it helps with the phone calls and everything else.
Yeah.
Knowing when the breaks are coming, that's for sure. Because without Rob pushing the little lever and everything, I mean, the music gradually building up, I would not know.
No.
I'd just keep running my mouth. All right. So everybody watching tonight, not only will we try to have for you the latest news and information from the past week and a sneak peek at the releases, coming from the 7 pillars of pop culture entertainment. Move your head too close to this microphone and you get smacked, I tell you. Let me see if it's even coming up. That's what I want to know.
Oh, you're going to pull it up on the Facebook.
Yep, it says live.
Mm-hmm.
But where are we? There we are. First
Yay.
hour. That way, in case we get any comments, I can respond to those comments.
Yes. Please feel free.
Yes. Comment away, and I will read them on the air. So everybody else that's listening on the radio will hear. Will know what you're saying.
And there is a thing on Facebook, and it's called stars. They can comment stars. So let us know if you want to be able to comment stars on us with us, because we have to be able to set that up in order for you guys to comment stars.
What the hell does that even mean, stars?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's like weirdly complicated, but like...
okay, yeah. You'll have to explain
but
that later.
Other Facebook people probably know what it is, so...
Yeah, but...
I'm not... Okay, so...
See you. Okay, thanks, Rob. We see... Well, I don't see you, Rob. I'm not... I mean, Eric. Eric in Whittier, California.
You don't see me? I'm not appearing.
Yeah, you're John Cena.
Oh, yeah. I said I was like, oh my gosh, speaking of, I thought it was hilarious. Somebody had a picture of the airport at Las Vegas. And it has like, the picture of Las Vegas up there. And somehow they had crossed it off and it said, can't see me. Like, No, it's
That's
like
funny.
in honor of John Cena. I was like, that is hilarious. How did they do that? I want to know.
Ask David Blaine. David Blaine probably said it.
Right, yeah.
Or David Copperfield. He has residence down there, right? One of those.
I know he did. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah.
It's all weirdly changing now, like, because there's no Donnie and Marie. Like, Donnie was on forever, like Donnie Osmond. I think he like only retired like a couple years ago, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Teller are like at the Rio.
And then there's the Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
They're down there.
Well, I don't know if they're still at the Luxor. I know they were.
I don't know either. But I know they're down there.
Yeah.
They have residency.
I miss the way the Luxor first was. And it had like the Nile River inside, and
really?
They had a Cleopatra boat that was a bar that would like sway slowly with the river. Yeah. It was a bar. Yeah, it was cool. And then they took all that out, and now it's kind of
Lame.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I always thought it was weird how it was, if
The inclinators.
If you've never been there, yeah, if you've never been to Las Vegas, there's a casino resort called Luxor,
Yeah.
which is basically shaped like a pyramid.
Yep.
And literally, it is a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they have the floor structured, it actually goes up the side of these walls. So if you can imagine, the hotel rooms are all on an incline.
Yep.
And you're kind of looking down, and the higher up you go, the more you're looking straight down into the casino or area, I guess. But yeah, I was watching that. I couldn't imagine an elevator ride on there.
The windows are floor to ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they're angled because, they're at the pyramid, you know, and you take the inclinator. So the escalator goes up at an incline. It doesn't go straight up and down. It moves at like a weird, I think it's a weird angle. I don't know if it's quite 45 degrees or not, but yeah.
Huh. Okay. And then they have that big old light at the top.
Yeah, the beam you could see from space.
Yeah, so they claim. And it's right by the airport.
Yeah.
So obviously not in the flight plan.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to have a lot of information for you this week. The latest news information from the past week and a sneak peek at releases coming out from the 7 Pillars of Pop Culture Entertainment. This is your place to talk about your favorite fandoms. Also, if you'd like to share with us your opinion on everything discussed on the show, ask questions of Rob or I about pop culture entertainment, and especially talk about what your interests are in pop culture entertainment. We want to hear from you. Phone lines are open now. Call 775-515-4142 to be a part of the show. Or if you're too shy for the phones, you can send a DM through the Pop Culture Kaboom Facebook page like Eric does in Whittier, California every week. Thank you, Eric. And happy Easter to you, by the way. Oh, by the way, happy Easter to everybody.
Yes, happy Easter.
If you celebrate it. Yes. Otherwise, it's just happy Sunday.
Right.
If you don't.
There's a lot of places closed. I found that out on my way into the station today because I needed a soda.
Gas stations are always open.
Yeah, but not Costco's.
No, Costco's are closed.
And I was like, I get over there. I'm like, darn it, I needed gas from Costco today.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, well, that's okay. I know I can get it tomorrow. I'm not gonna like run out,
Nah, well, good. If you can't comment during the show, would like to still share what's on your mind, you can reach us 24/7 by sending us an email to contact the show and me. Send your emails to popculturekaboom@gmail.com, to email Rob directly. Any emails yet?
No.
Damn it. What's the matter, people? Come on, send Rob an email, PCKROBB, all one word, @gmail.com. When emailing the show, Rob or I, please follow these simple but very important instructions in the subject line. Put question, comment, concern, or my fandom. In the body of the email, please add your first name. No last name is necessary. And I will not read email addresses on the air. Also include the city and state or the city and country that you live in. Then fire away with what's on your mind. Bear in mind, emails are read on the air unless you specify for them not to be, or you can't follow those simple instructions.
And we have emails this week?
We got 2.
Awesome.
Now, this first one, I'm glad you looked this up before we came on the air because I thought it was just made up. Quite honestly.
Right.
But Rob from California, Missouri. And I guess it's
never
a real
heard
place.
of it, but yeah, I was like, as I was saying, I'm like, it's gotta be, because like there's Kansas City, Missouri, and they have like,
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, we looked it up. They have better weather than we. They have about the same weather we do right now. 61 tomorrow.
Well, they're in a different time zone, so probably because the sunset, I just thought about that. That's why it's probably a couple degrees cooler. But hey, yeah. But they also probably got more humidity.
Speaking of, our legislator, the first part of the legislature passed that we want to stay on Pacific. We don't want a time change anymore.
Yay!
Yes. Sorry, it's one of those I've been following for years.
One of those you've been praying for years.
I hate the whole following back. Just pick one. I don't care which one you pick. I really don't.
See, I don't mind falling back because I get an extra hour of sleep. It's springing forward that I don't like.
But it's like, stop it. Like altogether, it just messes with their circadian rhythm, and our pets don't do it. They have no idea. Like,
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, so it's like, you got pets, and it's like, what are you talking about?
And I was supposed to be fed an hour ago.
Yes, exactly.
No, you got another hour to wait.
Right?
No, I
Give you
don't.
those puppy dog eyes. We call them the resting ASPCA face.
Say Sharkita Shark Dog gets Christine up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So
yeah. If Crystal's home, Cheesecake will get Crystal up at like 4:30, and again at like 11. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but like if I have Cheesecake and Crystal's not home, I'll take Cheesecake out at like 11, and Cheesecake's good until like 5:30.
Lucky you.
I don't know. Like, and I feel bad.
That's funny. All right. So, Rob from California, Missouri. After the sheer awfulness of Thor: Love and Thunder, I completely agree with you on that one. I hope
it was a fun movie.
Okay. I hope Taika Waititi.
Just keep going. I can't.
Star Wars movie never happens. That guy has his own great lane in surreal comedy aimed at adults, like What We Do in the Shadows and Our Flag Means Death. He needs to tell his own stories because he seems to misidentify franchises as being aimed at younger audiences than they actually are. Dude, PG-13 does not mean right for 8-year-olds. I gotta say, Rob's got a point.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But I don't really think he does, though. Is he making the point that Watiki does, or that Watiki doesn't?
I think that he doesn't know how to write for
adults.
PG-13.
Okay.
I think he's a great for writing comedy aimed at adults.
Okay.
But younger audiences, he
doesn't. Okay, gotcha.
So instead of writing it as oh boy, what would be a good example here? I can't think of one.
Okay.
But anyway, so I guess he thinks that he writes everything like a SpongeBob episode.
Okay.
I don't know, but I've seen a lot of adult humor in SpongeBob. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, okay, keep going.
Jack in Minden, Nevada.
Oh, that was the end of his. He just was.
Yeah, I guess just ranting.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Because they had the whole Star Wars celebration this past weekend. Mm-hmm. Lots of news out of that too.
Oh my goodness! There's so much exciting news.
Oh yeah,
so much exciting news. Like we need to have the whole episode
on just the stuff that was announced.
Star. Yes.
Oh, because they announced everything. Star Wars related.
My goodness!
You got movies coming out. You got series coming out. You got games coming out.
Maul series. Oh, yeah. I like Darth Maul.
I don't mind Darth Maul, but he died.
I don't care.
More than once. So
there's a lot of people out there that want to hear the stories. So yeah.
See, Boba Fett lived, so that's the whole point about his little.
I know, which I kind of wish they did.
Show.
I wish they kind of did the second season just to kind of tie up everything, because I really liked Fennec Shan's character, and how it kind of ended with them kind of like taking over the town. I kind of wanted to see them like actually take over the town and like relish in it, you know what I mean? And like, I'll be happy with that. You can end it now. Like, they're happy where they are, it's done.
I don't know. See, my whole, thinking about the whole thing, Jabba was kind of more in charge of the entire planet of Tatooine rather than the warlord of Mos Espa.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm like, I think Boba Fett should have better aspirations than that. And I just didn't like how they portrayed his character. It's like,
that's what I mean. Like they had way more opportunity to like flesh him out now. And I think that like I think his character was, to me, in my opinion, it was very much kind of like rocky with his character, but until he started getting his friends, so to speak, his comrades there that helped him out. And like, that's what made it the show.
You know what I like?
What's that?
Ties into the Man Calories movie.
The Mandalorian movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad calorie movie. Yes, there's gonna be bad calories.
Man calories.
Oh, man calories.
Yeah. So, what I thought was funny is because I kind of like the character of Black Costanza.
Yes.
But then they had an interview with the guy who created the character.
Right.
He's like, I didn't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
I'm like, there you go. There's my man. I know exactly what he...
Well, I'm sure there's like, because I know like on one of my games for Star Wars, when you start getting into different like factions and creature, so to speak, aliens, you know, out there, like it actually gives you like their type of like clan names and how they work and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's like in that giant history book of like how we do Star Wars, this is how you make a name for a character, you know?
Auto generator, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure Lucasfilm has one. Punch in, it is an Ewok that is a female, you know, older, you know, like younger, you know what I mean?
No, I'm kind of curious.
What?
So I got to look them up. Oh, and it's, you got to be kidding me.
What?
I know I'm spelling the name right here.
What?
For Bosk.
B-O-S-S-C-K.
Oh, yeah. All right. Because now I'm curious because I don't know what happened to him. I thought I did, but I thought he died in like hunting somebody.
Okay.
But I can't remember. So he defeated Boba Fett on Tatooine. That's cool. And okay. All right. Don't need to know that.
Okay.
It's just taking way too long.
All right. Well, I think we had an email we were talking about.
Yeah.
Sidetracked from. Sorry.
Jack from Minden, Nevada. We did I cover all this? No, I didn't.
No.
All right. Yeah, this is something else.
Sorry, Jack.
I know you hate remakes, but like Highlander, because it wasn't a remake. And I've loved the original movie since 1986. Is that when it came out?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Even so, I wanted someone who understood what made Highlander special to remake the concept and realize its full potential for about 25 years.
Mm.
That's a long time. Stahelski and Cavill seem to understand what the fantasy elements of Highlander are best realized through attention to historical detail and character moments rather than flashy CGI. On top of which, Stahelski knows fight choreography well and is capable of revealing McLeod's character through action, which really gets back to what inspired Gregory Wyden to write the first draft of his Highlander screenplay in the first place. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm yet to see anything to really make me want to, until I'm pretty firm about stuff like this until there is a,
Well, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't
trailer?
really see. I don't really see much CGI. I mean, they use like real swords, and you know what I mean. Like, it's not a lightsaber. You know, like.
Well, I don't know. I think because a lot of the fight sequences in movies now do use a lot of CGI instead of real, like, you know, they use like dummy swords or whatever.
That's not CGI though.
Really CGI the swords in. I think they did a lot of that with I can't remember which one it was. There's some show on that was on a weekly series that ended a while back. I don't think it was Game of Thrones, but they said something about they were using a lot of CGI for the swords and stuff just so that nobody got hurt.
I never heard of that before.
So, but
there's a reason why they actually make the swords to look. That's the props department's job, is to make that prop look so real, but be fake. You know, like. So that's what I'm like. Okay, I'm very confused now. I don't think I would work on a show like that if they were like, okay, we're going to CGI your sword and here's your paper. I'd be like, I'm sorry, what? Like, where's your prop master? Like,
Bosk retired from bounty hunting. He never died.
No?
Well, I'm sure he dies eventually. But,
okay.
Yeah, and I guess Chewbacca died, and when he heard of Chewbacca's death, Bosk rubbed it in Solo's face.
Oh.
Wow. That's messed up.
Solo died before Chewbacca, though.
Apparently.
So how is that?
Well, if you're going off of the movies, yeah, but if you're going off
that's
old
lore. Yeah,
old lore, then
the old
no.
canon is no longer like canon. Don't forget, Disney went axed all that and started over.
Yeah.
So
doesn't mean we got to be happy with it. Autocorrect is typing fine. Yeah, it is. Oh boy.
What?
I don't know. Either Eric's having a stroke or this whole thing is his autocorrect is going crazy. It's typing in a different language.
Oh.
So, man, all risk film. Greed.
What?
Yeah, exactly. See? You okay, Eric? Did not Solo die before Chewie?
Yes, Solo did die before Chewie.
Only in the movies.
In
the bad movies.
In canon.
What's now canon?
Yes.
So, yeah, Jack, I've always been a firm believer, even though I'm not a big fan of remakes. I do like some remakes, so I will always wait for a trailer before I pass final judgment on anything. So I got to see a trailer of the new Highlander and what they're doing with it before I make any calls on that. I just don't like the fact that the movie's not even really that old and they're remaking it and there's way too many remakes. I'm not too thrilled about the fact that they're remaking The Naked Gun. I think they should just continue
with
it.
Liam, like, geez, with you know, the guy from Taken, for goodness sakes. He's
yeah.
not like, I'm sorry, like, all I can keep, and you know they're going to do some sort of parody in it because it is a cop, you know, show parody, you know, so I'm sure they're going to have some form of him doing the
I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm just like, no. I'm like, I like you, you know, hoping to run into you one day when I visit my grandma's grave because your wife's in the same cemetery. But
okay, I thought that was going to go a completely different direction, so I'm
because I think he's a really cool guy. But
okay, whew.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. When I saw the previews, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" I thought it was a joke. I thought it was one of those fake trailers at first. And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
That's what was the scary part.
Yeah. So I think I don't know. The era that Naked Gun came out in was kind of one where society wasn't so uptight.
Slapstick comedy was big though then, and that's what the Naked Gun relied on, and it is not big now. People who try to do slapstick are not that funny at it. It's like they're trying too hard, you know, instead of like, you know, the Jack Tripper of the days, you know, where like, you know, he just made it happen, you know, like it was just like second nature, you know.
What's for dinner this week, Eric? Since you're
yeah, because you got to give me ideas because everything's closed.
He's all BRB making dinner like he does every week. Okay, thanks, Eric. All right. Well, we have two people watching.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that you forget, like, oh, today's a holiday, right?
Yes, it is. That was weird. The phone just flashed.
It does that occasionally, but I think it's just like a line test or something. I don't know.
Weird. All right. So those are the emails. If you'd like to send us an email, again, popculturekaboom@gmail.com, or you can contact Rob directly, pckrobb@gmail.com. We have a lot to try and cover tonight, and we want to talk with you about the movies coming out April 21st through April 27th. Mm-hmm. And we'll tell you our not so humble opinions of what we would and wouldn't watch and why from what we have seen of the movies. We have two huge interviews for you this evening. We'll be talking with the founder of Best Hobby, Danny Block. We'll be discussing Danny Block's 30 years in the game industry, working as a dev on such games as EVE Online, Fortnite, League of Legends, and he has helped launch multiple RPG, card, and miniature games. His new company, Best Hobby, will be launching their first game, Xeogenesis, and Danny Block will be telling us everything about Xeogenesis and how you can be a part of the launch of this scalable skirmish miniatures game. We will be talking with the co-directors of the upcoming horror comedy 3 to Die, Mitch Yapko.
Mm-hmm. That's what we think. We'll find out when I call him.
Yeah. Like, no. And Alan Rickert. I think I got that right because he actually put in his email how to pronounce it.
Yay!
We'll be talking with Mitch and Alan because I'm going to leave their last names out of it because I don't know how to pronounce it, both of them. precisely yet, about their production company, Who Productions, their previous work, and about Three to Die, the horror comedy set to begin filming right here in Reno, Nevada, in the very near future. So very exciting stuff.
Because I know he said he was scouting locations down here too. So.
Oh, I know.
That's what you ran. Yeah. So.
Interesting, because he said, "Hey, I thought anyways. I'll have to find out. Because when I was setting up the interview, I said, "Well, we're going to be at Dreamwalk Comics on
because he said he was there.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I think he might be scouting locations.
Was he scouting Dreamwell Comics?
If he wants some really nice locations, really scout down now, like Gardnerville, Minden area, up against the foothills and stuff too.
Depends on what he's looking for.
Yeah.
So maybe if he's looking for game shops, heck, we can take him on a tour. Right. I know where they're all at. So yeah. So upcoming stuff. We'll be kicking off May in a huge way. We'll have tickets for you to the advanced screening of Thunderbolts on Thursday, May 1st at 6 p.m. only at the Galaxy Theaters in Carson City. We'll be giving you the opportunity to claim the pair of tickets for you and a guest next Sunday, April 27th. So you will want to be a part of that show if you would like to see an advanced screening of Thunderbolts. Sunday, May 4th, Rob and I will have our review of Thunderbolts, and so will Tony, because he'll be joining us then. And you are invited to join us at Dreamwell Comics to give us your thoughts as well. So if you go and see Thunderbolts, come and see us Sunday the 4th at Dreamwell Comics, and let us know what you thought about Thunderbolts. Speaking of May 4th, join Pop Culture Kaboom at Dreamwell Comics. I will be there Saturday, May 3rd. And Sunday, May 4th, for what might be the very last free comic book day. Sad. Ever. Dreamwell Comics is going all out with tons of specials and special guests. And don't forget to dress in cosplay, especially since May 4th is Star Wars Day as well. Then stick around after hours Sunday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., because we will be doing the show live from Dreamwell Comics. Given the magnitude of the event, it being Free Comic Book Day weekend and Sunday, May 4th also being Star Wars Day, we will have some special goodies for those that are there during the broadcast. So celebrate what will more than likely be the last ever Free Comic Book Day event at the only comic book shop in Northern Nevada participating, Dreamwell Comics. Sunday, May 3rd, I will be there dressed in cosplay, and if you can guess my cosplay on Saturday, then I will have some special guest stuff for you. What's so funny?
Nothing. I remember last year's. All the different guesses.
A lot of Jurassic Park for some reason.
That's why
okay, a little context. Last year, for Free Comic Book Day, I decided to go in cosplay as Ladybug, Brad Pitt's character from Bullet Train.
Right.
And everybody kept saying Jurassic Park. I even had a Crocodile Dundee, Steve Irwin. I'm like, what in the hell?
It was great.
I'm glad you were amused by it. So I thought
you gave like 50 million hints.
I know.
They were like, I even had to tell you, like, because every time, like, you would go through all these hints and then you would say, like, then you started to say like this one hint, and it's like, oh, I'm like, okay, you gotta stop saying that hint because like that just gives it away. Like, that's not even a hint. That's just like, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah, might as well just wear a sign at that point. But that's what blew my mind, is because like it was a movie from, and I forgot what year it came out. I think it was like 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I'm like a movie that came out about at this time. Steve Irwin. He was in a movie?
Right?
For Pete's sake, people. Anyway. So, yeah, Dreamwell Comics has a lot of stuff planned for that entire weekend. It's going to be a big thing. The Carson Victory Rollers are going to be there on Sunday the 4th as well, dressed in cosplay. Stephen Yu from SYD Studios will be there also.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. Is he going to be outside?
Don't know. I just know he's going to be there. So signing his books. So if you want to come and meet a comic book creator who has been on this show, definitely go and be there for that. Grimm Collectibles, I think I can't remember their exact name, Grimm something or other. They'll be there as well to have stuff that Dreamwell Comics doesn't have for sale. Some more like Funko Pops and stuff like that. So Also, Visible Ghost Machine will be there.
Oh, again.
Providing some music.
Nice.
From like 11 to 3, I think, is at the time he's going to be there.
Okay.
So all
Not for our
kinds
show.
of,
Okay.
oh, no, not for our show. So all kinds of stuff going on. So you definitely want to, and then again, last of the free comic book day. So pick those comics up. Oh, by the way, I almost sent you.
I kind of feel like we need to do like an Empire Records type of thing for it. Like, okay, do you remember Empire Records?
No.
Oh, never mind. Then you will not get anything at all that I'm talking about. Wow. I would have thought you would have seen it. It's about music, but okay.
But it's a stupid comedy, isn't it?
No, it's a great comedy, actually. Oh. Yes. It's
Tomato.
No, it's fabulous.
All right. I'll have to watch it eventually then. And your day does not end there. No. Because then on Monday, you can join co-host extraordinaire at Rob Nault at the Brewery Arts Center Performance Hall at 511 West King Street. Monday, May 5th at 6 p.m. as C5 presents their Classic Movie Monday. The Cinco de Mayo Classic Movie offering will be 1986 classic comedy starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, Three Amigos. Doors open at 6 and the movie starts promptly at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the box office and online at the Brewery Arts Center website, breweryarts.org. Again, that's Monday, May 5th at the Brewery Arts Center Performance Hall at 511 West King Street. Doors open at 6. Grab yourself some of Rob's world-famous popcorn.
Yep.
And we'll be back with more Pop Culture Kaboom's radio show and your phone calls. 775-515-4142 if you have any comments about pop culture entertainment. We'll be right back. Everybody on Facebook, I'll be talking with you here shortly. All right, everybody. So, Facebook, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Let me see here. I want to hear what the volume sounds like, so let me get this cranked up here.
Testing.
World famous popcorn.
There we go. Volume.
Yeah. Got some great volume going on there. All right. So, all right, everybody on Facebook, especially if you live in the Carson City, Reno, Northern Nevada area, we will be giving away those tickets next week. What else we got planned for the May 4th show? This is an exclusive. We're going to have Samuel and Anthony from the Galaxy Theater showing up again. They will have a plethora of movie tickets to give away as well. So everybody who comes down will have a chance to get some movie tickets that you can use at the Galaxy Theaters for the entire month. Actually, I don't think there's any expiration date on them at all.
They usually just don't let you use them if it's like the brand new movie. I don't know. That might not be a restriction anymore. I'm not sure. That's something.
But they'll definitely be there to talk about everything going on in the month of May at the Galaxy Theaters here in Carson City. Also, we will have Tony Sanfilippo by phone. He'll be back. Unfortunately, he won't be joining us this week or next week, but he will be back. And the funniest thing is, we will be talking to him on May 4th from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So he's been real busy. So,
right.
Yeah. I know he went and saw Disturbed, I think, just recently because he posted a bunch of stuff about the Disturbed concert.
Oh.
So he's been doing all kinds of stuff, and that's, so he's busy, and that's why he won't be joining us this week or next week. But, other than that, we have a lot of stuff going on. Stay tuned because we'll have more details about what we're going to be doing on May 4th. And, again, come and join me on May 3rd and May 4th. And I will be dressed in cosplay. And just so everybody knows, it will be a DC character that I will be cosplaying on the 3rd. There's your only clue.
I'm sorry.
Let the comedic things begin. If I hear a McGruff the crime dog, I swear to God, I won't be able to do the show.
I'm going to do it just because. I'm going to send somebody particularly just to say.
Really?
Yes. Now I am. Just because.
Or Inspector Gadget. I don't want to hear Inspector Gadget either.
The claw. Penny.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
I liked Claw. He was a cool villain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the show. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Kaboom Radio Show. Everything you want, everything you need in pop culture entertainment. Why, thank you. I didn't get you anything.
Right.
I'll put that right over there for now. Oh, wait, for some reason that didn't transfer over. That'll be next week, because those things ain't going away anytime soon.
What's that?
I had a bunch of stuff about how the tariffs. Here's the problem with finding out anything about these tariffs. A lot of the stuff that I find is more like an opinion piece rather than.
I sent you a whole article.
Yeah, I know, but that was just from Polygram or through a Polygram. Is that what it's called? Polygraph?
No.
Polygram?
No.
The hell was it called?
It was through CNN, actually.
But not just through CNN. Hold on. Hold up. I'll pull it up right now. Because I had to transfer it to my email.
Okay.
So that I can, well, that way I can pull all the information off of it. And it was sent to me by me. And where the hell is it? There it is. It was, Polygon.com.
Mm-hmm.
It was what it was from.
Mm-hmm.
Polygram. Talk about old record labels. They used to be Def Leppard's, I think, record label, Polygram. Anyway, so there's that, but a lot of the stuff, because I wanted to see other things, and I had seen how it was affecting comic books, and especially imports from, say, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to kind of tie it all in together, and from all of the different 7 pillars of pop culture entertainment and how they're affecting all of the industries, or would affect all of the industries, but it's on again, off again, off and on again, off again, and I'm sure that's going to continue. So I will have it'll be the main topic of discussion next week, because for some reason it didn't get on here, and that really irritates me. But anyway, I'm going to move on. Unless you had...
No, because if we're going to save it till next week, then that's fine.
Yeah, that way we can cover...
It was just
because I also saw an article about how it's going to affect the television and film industry. Mm-hmm. So we know it's going to affect games.
It's already affected. I just saw this guy today, because a lot of the Canadians have said they're not traveling anymore, to America. This guy from Maine who owns a hotel, he's like holding up a stack this big. He's like, these are my cancellations from Canada.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He's like, this is my cancellations from America. Yeah. He's like, and and they're in Maine. They rely, I'm sure, primarily a lot on Canadians, because nobody goes to Maine a lot it's way up there. I try. I've never been. My wife has been. But
I wouldn't want to go to Maine.
Yeah. So I feel really bad, because it's affecting a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
And it's very sad. It's very sad, because we can't, unfortunately, we can't build a factory in a day. You know what I mean?
Depending on the state, you can't build a factory in a year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of the research that I have, that I got into.
So it's very, it's very hard and to see, and there's a lot, there's a lot of articles, good, bad, both negative, positive, everything out there.
Well, and a lot of it's, like I said, it's sifting through for fact and what's opinion.
Exactly. But the one thing that isn't is that it is affecting small businesses.
Well, true. And the thing with especially with like the gaming industry, I think the biggest issue with that is because no matter what, if you're wondering why games take so long, it's because factories aren't set up to be able to go and, if a factory is set up to do a certain type of game, they have to change all of the templates and everything to do the next game system, because not all the games are the same. Not everything, Monopoly is one thing. If you're doing a Warhammer type of game, that is a completely different animal. If you're doing,
a new independent game, there's no template for that,
No, and so everything has to be customized to be able to factory produce these games.
Yep.
And so, and they're usually a long, tedious process.
Yeah. They're usually in the process of working with many different game producers, trying to get those templates in so they could start production.
Yeah.
Because that's one of their things with their contract is, hey, we want to have it by this date. Well, in order to do that, we got to have the templates made by this date. We got to, so they're all in talks to get this all done. But unfortunately, it takes a long time.
Yeah. And kind of really expensive
And
process.
especially with games, because a lot of them too, like especially with tabletop games, there's a lot of testing involved.
Mm-hmm.
And
testing can go on for at
a
least
long
a
time,
year.
a year at least. Yeah. From what we're seeing, and a lot of the independents do even more than that because they're coming out with some of these new like game mechanics, so to speak. So they're even testing longer to make sure that these game mechanics are where they want them to be for their game.
Yeah. So even the card games, I mean, it's not a one size fits all factory. All of them are customized to be specific to a specific card game. Mm-hmm. So it's a
think of like your rounded edges on the cards on Magic.
Some are like smaller, some are bigger, some are it's just all kinds of. Mm-hmm. There's no uniform one size fits all with any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so that's just part of it. Toys are another thing,
especially if they want to do some sort of like foil or something on these certain cards,
Yeah. Or
it's a special One Ring card,
Well, that's easy. You just make one card.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, they still have to make that template. They still have to run it through. Somebody did it at home
on their laser printer or something.
Who knows? But it still has to be done,
That's true. But yeah, so, I mean, and when you get into miniatures, there's
that I could, but miniatures, I could see doing totally 3D printing. Like, I could see that being something where I could see that transitioning to something where the game designers are selling their blueprints or giving their blueprints to people so that they could 3D print.
That's an ingenious workaround.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, here you go. You're buying the blueprint basically to make as many of the figures as you need for your game.
Yep,
that's a cool idea. Wonder if anybody's ever thought about that.
Oh yeah,
who?
I don't know. I'm saying, yeah. I'm wondering because to me that seems like that. Especially like 3D printing is blowing up.
Yeah,
it's getting affordable now for somebody to actually go and buy a 3D printer.
But it's not, just so everybody knows, it's not something that like, I'm going to come out with this game.
Yeah,
I'll 3D print. No, you can't 3D print if you're the game designer. Rob's idea actually is a really good one to kind of farm out sell people the blueprints to be able to 3D print it themselves.
I mean, I'm sure, like, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure just making some sort of smaller.
That'd be really cool because then you can go even balls out with that. And
well, you could. Well, not
you can do the like terrain and all that.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, especially because 3D printing, you can put in whatever colors you want.
Yeah.
Like you can totally get like, I like it.
Polymaker.
What's that?
I don't know, whatever, Eric, just...
A polymaker, maybe that's what that is.
I'm not a 3D printer, so...
Is that what that is, Eric? I'm not sure.
It could be.
I know the girl who did our magnets and keychains, she's into 3D printing now.
Woohoo!
So I'll have to ask her.
Okay.
Yeah, because now it might be cheaper for us to get our magnets from it, because she doesn't have to source the material.
Dang! Okay. Oh, as a 3D printer, it's not there yet.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess not. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, hey, if anybody does come up with the idea, just remember, everybody, you heard it here first through Rob. He gets 10%.
April 20th, 641. 2025.
Polymaker is the filament maker for doing 3D printing.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, cool. So, comic fans, get ready for a wild ride through the DC multiverse. The Batman Superman Archive of Worlds storyline, a post-Dark Knight's death metal adventure from Gene blah blah and blah blah, throws our iconic heroes into alternate realities styled like classic Hollywood films, thanks to a mysterious projector. Now McFarlane Toys is bringing one of these unique visions to life with their new Cowboy Batman figure.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. No.
Inspired directly by the comic, this Western-themed Dark Knight comes complete with his cowboy hat over his cowl, by the way.
Oh my goodness. No.
Removable jacket because he has one of those.
Oh my God, it's a trench coat. Yeah, yes. Duster. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm weeping inside. That is terrible. There's so many other things you could have done.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, I've seen Batman Noir, okay, where he was the detective. He was all right. The Samurai Batman was all right. It wasn't the best, but this is terrible. This is like we went, oh, everyone loved Samurai Batman. No, we didn't. He was all right. We tolerated it because you made it.
And of course, he comes with a batarang.
Because that's totally cowboy-esque.
Well, Batman doesn't use guns. Except in Zack Snyder's universe. He could have used a whip. Yeah, he could have. Or a sword.
Okay, I would have went with a whip.
I would have went with a sword, but that's me.
Not for a Western. You don't really see many Western people with a sword.
Custard.
You know,
they have their sabers.
Wait, that's military, okay?
But still, okay. Well,
okay, I have bow and arrow, okay, an axe maybe.
Ooh, there you go. That's a good one. The bat axe.
Yeah, bow and arrow. Okay, I could see him doing a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
but then he'd be too close to Green Arrow.
He's wearing a cowboy hat for Pete's sake.
Oh. Does Jonah Hex show up and ridicule him? That's all I want.
I would hope so.
That's all I want. You're not wearing it right, brother.
This general release figure is priced
this
at...
time ain't fit for the both of us.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
Wow. So how much do you think this thing's going to cost you?
Oh, my goodness.
or cost somebody who would actually be willing to buy it?
I don't even want to know. How big is it?
It doesn't say.
Oh. So I'm going to go with $49.99.
Wow. Okay. $24.99.
Okay.
So
I have no idea what to go off of.
And it is set to arrive this month. Not this month. In May of 2025. With pre-orders happening right now, in the comic, Batman and Superman have to team up with their counterparts to stop a reality-bending Venom villain named Arturo.
Counterparts, I highly doubt that there was a Superman in the West, okay? I think we would have found that out way in the lore. Oh my god. Oh. DC, what done? DC, terrible. You went absolute, now you went absolutely crazy. Like,
no, they did that a long time ago. As you can tell. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I never liked about that whole Batman death metal series. It was Elseworld-esque because it was not in the normal Batman Superman universe, and it just went stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just you got who is it? The man who laughs or something like that. The Batman who laughs or something like that. Some weird thing where he had like one of those dog collars across his eyeballs.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, it's just goofy stuff. Mm-hmm. So anyway, with pre-orders happening right now,
I lost my faith in you.
Artur.io, who's trying to create his own twisted utopia across these cinematic worlds. So get ready for some rootin' tootin' heroics.
Oh my heavens, no.
Yeah.
I would have felt better if they, not better, but at least if they had said something about, like, made a John Wayne reference or something, then okay. But, like, oh my goodness.
So, but collectible fans, there's some unfortunate news coming out of the Walmart Collector Con. One of the highly anticipated exclusives was a Joker figure based on the iconic Batman the Killing Joke comic.
Yeah. Yep.
Part of McFarlane Toys' gold label cover recreations line. Mm-hmm. However, those who pre-ordered are in for a disappointment. It turns out that a tractor trailer carrying a whole shipment of McFarlane Toys merchandise was stolen earlier this month. And tragically, the entire U.S. production run of the specific Joker figure was on board.
I could have sworn that we talked about this already.
No.
Yeah.
I think we did. But not on the show. Check, please. That's what Eric said.
Okay.
I thought you were making dinner. Mm-hmm. Why is he asking for a check if he's the one
making dinner? We talked about this like last week on the show.
No. It came up in this week's news, though. So I don't know. Maybe there's more info. Let's find out.
Yeah, because that's like old.
Yeah, because it was stolen earlier this month, so probably. Walmart has sent out emails informing customers and issuing refunds, as law enforcement don't issue refunds, redo the figure. I mean, just say, okay, we're going to send you a new one. Law enforcement is currently investigating the theft. It's a bizarre situation, and if you happen to see these Joker figures popping up online, be aware they are stolen goods. with the DC Comics toy license moving from McFarlane to Mattel next year. It's a real shame to see this happen to such a sought-after figure in this current run. Hopefully McFarlane Toys will produce more in the future, but for now it looks like fans will have to wait a bit longer to get their hands on this Killing Joke Joker. Or, you know what, I want to cruise on eBay now and see if I can find one. If I can get my hands on one, you know what, how much that thing's going to be worth? Just make sure it's not a sting operation, you know? That'd be the worst. Cobra is on the rise as Hasbro unleashes a new wave of G.I. Joe classified series figures, bringing back beloved heroes and, more importantly for today's discussion, some truly iconic villains. The big news is the return of a classic Cobra Commander design from 1987.
Oh.
Back in the day, the Cobra Commander V3 battle armor figure dropped, giving us a more futuristic silver armored look for the ruthless leader. Now Hasbro is revamping his design. Yeah, because before he looked like a businessman, basically, with a helmet on. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Okay. This isn't just a straight re-release. They've enhanced it with 2 swappable heads, letting you choose between his classic masked look and a more sinister serpent-like appearance. Plus, they've brought back his signature life support backpack and his pistol from the original release. But wait, there's more. Cobra Commander isn't coming alone. He's bringing his pet iguana. Serpentor.
Sorry, I did not remember that at all.
And why would it get an iguana and name it a snake? Why did it just get a snake?
Are you sure that that's in lore? Like, I don't think that's real. I think you're making that up.
I'm not making it up. Along for the ride, this new classified series figure packs in, it's spelled Serpentor. So Serpentor. Along for this new classified series figure packs in 7 character-inspired accessories, including those alternate heads and hands, the backpack, Serpentor, and his weapon. It's great to see Hasbro digging into the G.I. Joe archives and giving fans these updated takes on different eras of the franchise. This Cobra Commander with combat armor figure is ready to lead Cobra into battle against G.I. Joe, that elite special operations force dedicated to defending the world and providing PSAs. I'm just putting that part in there myself. From Cobra's global domination plans for collectors and fans, pre-orders are already live at, you want to take a guess?
$39.99.
Ooh, you're getting warmer. $24.99 again. That's, I guess, a pretty good price for things. With an expected release in October of 2025, this figure promises to be a fantastic addition to any G.I. Joe collection, offering a nostalgic yet modern take on one of the most iconic villains of all time. A little insider info, rumor has it his helmet even has a built-in explosive device as a last resort in the cartoon, not the toy. Yeah. So are you ready for Cobra to rise again?
I just found it. Yeah, the DIC produced G.I. Joe miniseries had Serpentor.
An iguana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
instead of a snake.
Yeah, so here's what. Serpentor was captured by Cobra Commander and his Python patrol. Cobra Commander then used his pythonizing ray made from a part of the dragon fire he obtained to combine Serpentor with Nagahide's pet iguana. Cobra Commander stated the effects will be temporary and that by the time he changes back, he'll have a taste for flies. He was last seen running off into the jungle in his iguana form, with Nagahide chasing after him. So I don't think he changed back. But yeah.
Oh, boy.
To me, it seems like he's kind of big for a pet, but okay.
An iguana.
But if it's a human, I'm very confused.
Me too. So I need a visual. He melded somebody with an iguana?
Yeah.
That's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay.
To form Serpentor. Yeah, I'll tell you.
All right.
It was the DIC miniseries, okay?
Wow. Marvel Comics has officially announced X-Men Hellfire Vigil #1, a brand new Hellfire Gala one-shot. This isn't just another glamorous party. It's a significant moment of reflection and a declaration of resilience for mutant kind 1 year after this devastating attack that shattered their nation of Krakoa. Yes, I did pronounce it right, Robert. I know he's really gritting his teeth on that one. He's just ready to pounce.
Ready to pounce.
Yeah. Top X-Men writers and artists like Jed McKay, Gail Simone, Eve L. Ewing, and many more are teaming up for this special issue. Expect joyous celebration, dramatic moments, and, of course, incredible superhero fashion. This Hellfire Vigil will feature long-awaited character reunions and reveals.
I'm sorry, did you say superhero fashion?
Yes.
Okay.
The Hellfire Gala is an X-Men thing.
No, I'm just...
where they have all of the X-Men characters do like a kind of weird, kind of like fashion party kind of, and they call it a gala.
Yeah, that would be a fashion party.
Yeah, and so like Rogue and Storm and
wearing the latest by Chanel.
and Colossus, even
the new
Wolverine.
Yeah. Built especially for him.
Oh, and some of the crazy stuff that they came up with too. Let me tell you, it was just ridiculous. I mean, it was just some seriously weird stuff going on in there. So, I'm just kind of stalling because I got to do this.
You got Mystique. She could just morph into whatever.
I know you would think, but no, she had a costume. But yeah, and it was kind of weird how they'd always like have these people put on costumes, and it's weird.
It reminded me of when they would try to disguise Ben Grimm, by throwing on a hat and a trench coat, it's like, dude, he's made out of bricks, okay?
And Batman stole his outfit apparently in the Wild West because he had the hat and the trench coat.
Right?
I'm sorry, duster.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but still, it amazes me that nobody knows that Superman is Clark Kent. I'm sorry. Glasses do not change your look that much.
Oh, some of the theories on that, though, let me tell you. Some of the theories. Oh, yeah, I forgot that WrestleMania is going on tonight, too.
Oh.
So, 2 nights of WrestleMania.
Oh. Is that what? That's on Netflix now, right?
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock. Okay.
So, Monday Night Raw is on Netflix.
Okay.
But Peacock has... So if you have Peacock, you can watch the entirety of the WrestleMania this year.
Isn't The Rock coming back or whatever?
I don't know.
John Cena's a bad guy now.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Heel. There's babyface and there's heel. He's a heel.
He's a bad guy.
He's a heel. Anyway.
I think it's all some sort of ruse.
It is. Expect joyous celebration, dramatic moments, and, of course, incredible superhero fashion. This Hellfire Vigil will feature long-awaited character reunions and revelations, setting the stage for the next big storylines across the X-Men titles. Think of it as a pivotal point moving from one era to the next. Executive editor Tom Brevoort emphasizes that this issue will deliver on fan expectations and kick off major plot threads for the future. The Hellfire Gala has become a beloved part of the X-Men universe. No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. I'm sorry. Even inspiring the new season of the Marvel Rivals video game. Well, that's because they're trying to make money. So you definitely won't want to miss this important and exciting chapter. The reason why it's so important for Marvel Rivals is because you're just basically getting skins and for your characters,
right.
And so you don't look like the same character all the time. That way you can dress Storm up or dress Magneto up or into a goofy outfit that's temporary anyway. So I don't know what's even the point.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart is good, it's kind of like a STEM school, but it's for everybody instead of just for girls. And they go, "Oh no, Bart, you're going to do this and you're going to get skins." And he's like, "Oh, that's how boys play dress up."
It's true. It's true.
I just thought it was hilarious because, it is. It's just but it's the same thing,
It is. So Fortnite idea, well, kind of along the same lines as Fortnite, where you have the different skins and everything. But I mean, even with PUBG, you have different outfits and everything you can dress up into. But you got to pay money for them, which is the silly part.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I know, like, was it the Marvel game that came out where all the characters were in it, where they introduced Ms. Marvel. That one had various skins, and then when the game went defunct, they were all free.
Well, they better be at that point. But yeah, so Marvel Rivals video game is going to have some of these inspired costumes for you to dress up your characters in, at least temporarily, if you have the money to afford to do that. Anyway,
yeah. Well, it depends, because some things are like in-game tokens, or like I bet like some of the lesser characters will be
free,
or using the in-game tokens that you win versus ones that you have to buy.
Well, one can only hope, because that would not be fun.
Well, that's how they kind of, I want to say this. That's kind of like how they did the Marvel one. Was that it was kind of like to entice you,
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is how cool it is,
Like that works.
I had no desire. I'm one of those people, like, I do not buy the game because it comes with like that, and like there's a bunch of games I want right now, and it's like, oh, I don't want. I'm like, what's the difference? And it's like, oh, the deluxe version for $30 more, I get a skin. Yay! Okay, bye. No, like.
Yeah. All right. With that music, it means it is the top of the hour break. It is currently 64 degrees and windy here in Carson City, Nevada. If you're driving around, I don't know why you would be on a Sunday afternoon, especially an Easter Sunday, but if you are, then you know that there's hardly any traffic out there. So, and know what to avoid. If there's anything out there actually to avoid, I don't know. But anyway, with all that being said, when we get back, it'll be time for our first big interview, as we will be talking with Danny Block about his company, Best Hobby, and their new game, Zeo Genesis. Get all the details in a moment. And for everybody on Facebook, goodbye. And if you want to watch the rest of the show, go to www.knvc.org. If you are not in Northern Nevada, if you are in Northern Nevada and you're near a radio, go ahead and tune in to 95.1 FM, and we'll be right back. But if you're watching on Facebook, we'll be right back next week on Facebook.